Whew. Alright, let's move on to Laplace. Pierre-Simon Laplace, French mathematician, born and died here. Advocate of determinism. Phenomenon occurs from now. Phenomenon occurring from now into the future has all been caused by incidents that occurred beforehand. The origins of this way of thinking came from the claim that if we assume there is a transcendental existence that knows the state of matter for everything in the world, then, that being, everything would all be predetermined. Laplace himself called the transcendental existence as intellect. Generally, an omnipotent existence that knows everything is called God. In his later years, taking into account studies on the concept of God, he claimed that even if a kind of being knew that knows everything existed, it wouldn't be possible to confirm it. And we thought that the reason that Izumi was known as Sumi-Source Laplace in his student days is because she could see through and predict anything, just like Laplace's demon. That is to say, if her story is true, and he was actually called that. which I would be inclined to believe, considering how naturally genre-savvy she is. Determinism. Everything has been predetermined. Perhaps you playing this game and reading this tip had already been predetermined. Damn you! How did you know? Mobius strip. Twisted ring, no front or back. Bending a rectangle once in a long belt shape, pasting the ends together. One-sided object. Comes back for you to notice it. Try to trace the back, becomes the front. Its shape resembles a symbol for infinity. Often used as a metaphor for things that have no end. Considering how it can easily be constructed with paper or seaweed, you can understand that the Mobius strip itself is finite. Those of you still can't visualize what it looks like, look no further than the title of the game. The shape behind the words Never7 is in fact a Mobius strip. Right. It makes sense. Didn't realize it until they officially pointed out, but it makes sense. Thought that's what it meant. Alright. Good wine makes good blood. Line in the 2,000-year-old Chinese book, the Shihuozi, mirrors the phrase written by James Howell. According to this train of thought, drinking a moderate amount of alcohol is more effective than any medicine. This belief is still present today, although not to that great of extent. Clinical data suggests that those who drink alcohol in moderation live longer than those who do not drink at all. Crap, that means I'm going to die young. Or please be aware that the definition of moderate varies from person to person. There's a broad line between moderation and alcohol abuse, a line that you guys clearly passed. I mean, we've all laughed at Yuka's drunken habits once or twice. And playing through Yuka Kira, the rather dark realization dawned on me. What if she only became this excessive alcohol drinking person because of what happened to her 5 years beforehand, when her only love died in that bloody fire. Yeah, that kind of puts a dark swing on things. Time paradox. Change in the past created by time travel that causes a contradiction. The most famous example is the grandfather paradox. Or that one, go back in time, kill your parents, and you would go poof. Or there's another famous one, is if you go back and kill Hitler. Yeah, then world changes drastically. So don't go killing Hitler. One way to explain this contradiction in the time paradox, the instant changes made in the past, another world is born that is different from the official history world. Which is known as the concept of a parallel world, which relates to the quantum mechanics concept known as many worlds interpretation. There we go. Brings up a lot of thoughts, such as there's power that could fit history into an ideal one, that could actually change history in the first place. Eventually it's all to conjecture. What we need in order to negate the contradiction is a time paradox in regard to this story's depiction of the world. That is the truth with regards to this story. Notice that and truth in quotation marks. It's really up to you what you make of it. Dowsing. Wires, pendulums, fine stuff. Krumi looks at the bell. She walks with the wire L rod in each hand held in front of her. mostly practicing relatively common from dowsing. Found one of the wires started moving on her own. Not sure how much it worked, but she found the bell. So, good for her. Portmanteau. Spoken fog. Combine two words into one. Fiction writers. First she used the word in through the looking glass, huh? Those jokes when she's drunk. Yeah, she's okay. Guru milk. Original Japanese version. Kryuka came up with palindromes. Oh, rats of no evil star. The first palindrome was Kurumi to Hoto Miruku. Huh? Probably makes sense spelled in Japanese characters. Kurumi and hot milk. Our second palindrome was Yakutai Ishihara wa Shiitake na. Burnt Ishihara is shiitake. Okay, I see why you needed to adapt those for an English translation. But they did good with that, I say. El Nino! Global... Oh. Global rising of sea temperature in the vicinity of the equator. Change in atmospheric pressure. Meteorological phenomenon. Long rainy seasons, cool summers, mild winters can be seen in Japan. Spanish for Jesus Christ. Specifically baby Jesus. El Nino. Yeah. Named this because the phenomenon usually occurs around Christmas time. First people to witness El Nino, so less projecting liken it to Christ. Oh. I digress, but the phrase El Nino is quite hard to pronounce in Japanese. People like the fisherman Gensan who have a hard time reading European languages. Things like El Niño, Ero Niño. Yeah, good old Gensan. The apple doesn't far fall from the tree. Striking similarity, shout to the parents. Produced by a tree. Along with branches. Like father, like son, like mother, like daughter. Originates from 16th century Germany. Residents were known to say, "Der Apfel fällt nicht weg, vom Baum." That was horrible. As seen in the Bergpostula collection of sermons published in 1962. In this case, the apple does far fall from the tree. She doesn't realize her own talent. Kite produced by a hawk? Two species of birds, hawk and kite. I never knew kite was a bird. Ordinary child born of remarkable parents. Oh, Kurumi, you're remarkable in your own way. Salt and removal detergent. 3 varieties basically used in dishwashers. Surfactant, used to clean up dirt. Alkaline, used to decompose proteins. Acidic, used to clean off hydrochloric acid and other acids. Oh yeah, Makoto was using this to clean the windows. Effective salt removal detergent required. A cleanser that mixes polishing powder with slurry. Zumi knows it well. Monthly Toolbox. There actually exists a monthly magazine that reports on the trends in the screw industry. Similarly, there are also monthly magazines for those that just talk about stone and cement concrete. Fascinating. However, those manufacturers that deal in these businesses are probably not surprised to see these specialized magazines. It might be surprising that people out there who absolutely enjoy those kinds of hobbies and read those kinds of magazines. By the way, it's been said that this magazine has been seen in the girls' locker room for a certain underwater theme park. Gee, I wonder what they could be referring to. There's a female theme park employee who has a subscription to a magazine about the screw industry. That might be the most baffling thing. I didn't actually remember that. I didn't even know that. Huh. Well then. Rope bell. Large bell hung from rope. Attracting Makoto's attention. When he fell in the spring rain. Blah, blah. The official name of the rope is Suzuo. The official name of the bell is Hansuo. Rituals. Universe. Endless vast space that exists outside of Earth's atmosphere. Thought to have been generated approximately a while ago by the Big Bang. And according to theory of relativity, it seems the universe is forever expanding. It was created by the Big Bang. What existed before its creation and what's at the end of the universe. But two of the many mysteries that still remain unsolved, of course. In spite of modern science and being able to explain them, almost no mysteries about space that can't be explained with science. Perhaps people are always unaware of or never conscious of the universe in their everyday lives. Look at the starry sky, you'll realize that compared to the existence called the universe, our own existence is ridiculously small. Endless flow of time. If humans identify time with a determined length, there are also cases where it appears to measure also means a specific point in time. Essential component in the world, from past to present and continuing to the future. Time is a concept additionally used in order to recognize the changes in everything. Without these constant changes, time is considered stopped. Eternal flow of time implies that there is always something changing in the universe. Then things stop changing, the world stops. Time stops. There are several branching theories as to the ultimate fate of the universe. One theory states that if it expands to a certain event, it will eventually contract into a single point. After this big crunch, another Big Bang will occur, which would make the flow of time truly eternal. Intriguing. Hopefully, that would suck if time ends. Concerning whether or not infinite loop exists and for eternal flow of time, if one retains one's memories like Makoto does, then one could bring about different reactions based upon those lingering memories. Even loop phenomena may be said to be part of the eternal flow of time because things are changing amongst the loops. Jellyfish. It's Jellyfish. Relatively fixed period lifespan, or his own body into a polyp state. Constantly and gently floating in the ocean, continuing to live on for an eternity. How does it feel about that? It's generally Japanese jellyfish written for the characters for sea and moon. Origami. Kumi's origami technique is godlike. Just a single sheet of paper, she can make a horned beetle, King Granado, Takeda Shingen, Morning Glory, Okinawa Summit, etc. Just about anything. The art of origami is in the eye of the folder. Scatterbrain. To be thoughtless, quick jump conclusions, blunder often. Izumi, portmanteau of scatter and brain. Brilliant. Japanese word for scatterbrained. Ochokokji. Ochokachoi. Portmanteau of the words auto. Oops. Chaco. Restless. Choco taco. And choi. Hold up. Okay. Shared psychotic disorder. Refers to a mental illness where people near mentally ill patient are influenced by that person start to show the same kinds of systems. It can lead to the rise of mass hysteria, severe persecution complexes. First discovered in French psychiatry in the name Folie à deux, meaning madness shared by two. In the DSM-4, it's shared psychotic disorder. In the ICD-10, it's included induced delusional disorder. It's an interesting name. Pseudologica fantastica. Type of mental illness where we're almost there. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 left. Also called, type of mental illness where, despite the fact that one's memories and senses are not impaired, recognize their fantasies based on their desires as the truth or reality, and stop doubting them. That's part of Cure. Experienced painful upbringing and environment. Unless they develop it in order to escape the environment, that's fair. Patient suffering cum cure could also be said to be afflicted with this.